Hi, this is John Sherman. I'm the program manager for Children's Home Society of Florida in West Palm Beach, Florida. And what you're about to see is a brief interview session with the Palm Beach County top law enforcement official, Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, and his public information officer, Teri Barbera. It's my hope that with these questions, it will help you, encourage you to form similar relationships in whatever jurisdiction you're in, whatever county, or whether it be a large district or small district, that in some way this helps encourage you to form a similar relationship. And that is our ultimate goal. And thank you very much for taking some of your time to view this. Well, Teri, once again, thank you very much for all the help, the friendship we've had over the years with Children's Home Society, and the partnership that we've really developed here with the PBSO, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. I can't thank you enough for some of your time today, really. And really the whole goal today is what we want to do is you as a public information officer were one of the primary contacts that I had as a coordinator. And I want to kind of come to you and see, get into your head a little bit and find out, if there's other coordinators that are going to be hearing this, they want to know how can they reach the level of relationship that we have, and who should they initially contact, and what type of message should they deliver in order to hopefully get an appointment with a public relations officer like yourself, or whoever that contact is. So if you could suggest who they should call and maybe some idea of what type of message might resonate with them to get that appointment. If you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, I have to tell you, John, first of all, it's our pleasure to partner with Children's Home Society. In my case, when we spoke, we brainstormed. I'm the public information officer for the Sheriff's Office, and you were led to me, which is the right direction for an agency of our size. When we spoke, we brainstormed, how could we make law enforcement more appealing to children who most of the time are in trouble. So through our brainstorm, we were able to establish a public service announcement. I simply went to the sheriff and asked him if he would participate. It's my role here as a public information officer to highlight my sheriff, to highlight my agency. What better can I do that than to partner with an organization like yours? So simply I asked him and he agreed, and we began our great partnership, which turned into a relationship. What I would suggest, if a coordinator were to approach a law enforcement agency, if it's a smaller law enforcement agency and they don't have a public information officer, ask for the outreach coordinator, ask for someone who works in their media department, ask for the assistant chief, or ask for the chief or the sheriff, and they may be able to get a meeting with them. It could be, if it's not a public information officer, it could be their second in command, or simply the chief or sheriff as well. Check into your fire services. They always have public information officers there, and they're always willing to assist. So go to your fire rescue units, speak with their public information officers, their community outreach coordinators, speak to their videographers, because they normally have a video unit that are willing to assist, and it will be at no cost to your agency.
That was really something, that was definitely an unexpected thing for us, just to have so much of this completely free, and the benefits were just on and on. Now let's say you are lucky enough to find the right contact. What do you think would be a good opening message for a coordinator to use to try and get that appointment?
Well, let them know what you're trying to do. Let them know that you're trying to build this partnership and that you want to use their top law enforcement officer or their top fire rescue official in their county to deliver your message. And that's basically what we did. We took our sheriff and we put him in a group with young children playing basketball, and at that time it toned down the law enforcement heightened. It pretty much brought the sheriff into an arena of the kids, basically. It brought him down to their level, and he turned around and delivered your message. There's nothing more perfect that we could have done in our case. But I would suggest, just let them know who they are, what they're trying to achieve, like we did. Sure. We did it through a basketball PSA. They can do it through a mentorship, which we have done. They could do it through, schools. They can do it in a lot of different ways. But brainstorm your ideas, and bring your top officials down to the level of the children and let them deliver your message.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's phenomenal. It seemed like that at the end of the day, it ended up being an opportunity for law enforcement to present a good news story, because it seems like you guys are always on the bad news type of side of the street more than the good news, and it seemed like a really good news story.
Well, like the sheriff says, it shows that we care. It shows that we have these community resources and that some people out in the community don't realize they do. I believe after our PSA aired, you had a gentleman call you looking for assistance. So when you have your lead law enforcement officer, or your lead fire rescue individual, your county commissioner, or your mayor delivering this message, you have people listening, and that's what's important.
That's awesome. Thank you, Teri. I want to reserve the right to come back to you with follow-up questions for the future because we want to pick your brain indefinitely.
John, we don't have just a partnership any longer. We have a relationship.
We really do, and thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Sheriff, thank you very much for taking some of your valuable time to talk to us today. You know, what we're hoping to do is to allow other safe place coordinators around the country to hear a little bit about our relationship, the law enforcement's role in this whole process, and maybe some of the outcomes that have been a result of our relationship. So in your mind, Sheriff, what would you say the key role of law enforcement is as it relates to collaborating with a social service agency?
Well, at the end of the day, our main goal is to make sure that neighborhoods are safe and the quality of life there is the best it can be. So the more partnerships that we make with people and agencies like your own is a better way of getting the message out of these are some services that are not only just provided by law enforcement when they call us on the phone and come there, but there's agencies out there that we can partner with to make their life better. So these type of partnerships are a very important ingredient in making neighborhoods safe and providing the services that they need, because lots of times they don't know what's available to them.
Absolutely. You know, that's a great point, because I think in my mind, one of the unexpected outcomes for me, you remember when we did the PSA?
I do.
That was what we call a home run, because it was a chance for us to be proactive. And I was really just curious as to if you have anything you'd like to add as to how you felt that went, and you know what its outcome was for the.
Yeah, I think what the most important thing that came out of that is really two things. People learned about Safe Harbor. Mm-hmm. We were able to get school supplies and donations because the awareness was heightened about that. And again, it was making sure that the people that are in the community knew that these things were available to them. I mean, the light bulb kind of went on and says, oh geez, we didn't know about that. So it was a great thing to do, and that's why other agencies that are out there need to partner with their law enforcement agencies, go through the media people, because we've got an excellent media relations department here, and be able to get that message out. Law enforcement's happy to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sheriff, thank you very much for the partnership, the friendship, and the relationship.
Well, it's
thank
my
you
pleasure,
very much.
believe me. Very.
Take care.
All right.